loving for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos. NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 49, guys. Mike, 49. It's a party now. Whoa.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That's a good shot.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Get in the weight room.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Pick up the ball. Check. Crunch. Hey, Charlie. Hey, Mike 50. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsay, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Let's go.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Second and 10. A battle for it here, and this will be caught.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Getting a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
56.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Watch the run. 47's the mic.
Now Allen. Out of the backfield, it's T.J. Yeldon. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Mike, 319. Middle. Go. Watch 36.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Alpha. 49, guys. Mike. Dude.
Here's 2nd and 8. He rifles one that's intercepted. picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Next to score, Bills 7, Broncos nothing. Stephen Hauschka to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. 2nd and 1. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname.
And he's going to go down again. Dexter Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
On 1st down, Allen. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Check 4, check 4. Check safety, check safety. Back, middle.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A first carry now for Alex Collins. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
319. 59. Double dog. That's the way. 59 Mike. Check.
Here's Allen to throw it. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Here's Allen. Open man, here's Foster. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tyler Kroft, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. They're in the second quarter now in Oakland, and the Falcons have opened up the lead there to a couple of scores. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get them about 5 yards. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 5. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. They'll drop the throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Ready? Hey, zoom. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up. Yeah.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And that is no good. Them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hold now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 1st down, Lindsey, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Lindsey.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught at the 10. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They come out here in the eye. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now a carry for Lindsey. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. They're going with Lindsey, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half. He's got a man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 36 yards on the play. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Allen. That one complete to Yeldon. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing is Allen on third. He finds Yeldon. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They convert on third with a gain of 22. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run it from the gun with Yeldon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Throwing on second down. Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Bills on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So off goes Allen, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Broncos on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He'll let this, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
60 Pittsburgh. Oh, we got double time. Double shoot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got it. The tight end, Jeff Hireman. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. On first down, Lindsey. Lorenzo Alexander brings him down.
Set. 10-2 start. Ready?
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Tre'Davious White with and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple, Allen. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. He's able to find Wallace. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So Allen's going to look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Middle. That's 36 to Mike. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time.
Now Allen. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play here for Buffalo. 50.
Another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game, and however it turns out, it turns out.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Get him!
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself forced out to his, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete.